So, brother, welcome to today's class where I tell you to kill the better male inside of you. Now, men today are suffering like hell. Men today are committing more suicides. Men today are feeling depressed and anxious simply because most men have been conditioned by what? By modern society to think like beta males, to think like weak men. And I'm here to tell you that you, as a man, you can break that cycle of being the beta male if you stick with me to the end of this class. Because trust me, beta male thinking looks like it's harmless, looks like it's protecting you, but guess what? It's protecting the matrix, it's protecting the system that is designed to control you, to make you weak. You see, as a man today, as you're just born for being a man, you're made to feel guilty, you're made to suppress your desires. And in today's video, hopefully, you kill that beta male idea, because trust me, the beta male idea never serves any man in the long run. It's the reason why most men are average, most men are beta, most men are depressed. So stick with me, let's get into it. So in today's video, we're talking about the problems behind thinking like a beta male, why the beta male thinking, right, is very, very dangerous. How the beta male thinking affects your wealth, your ability to make money, your relationships, right? Even though you want to love, how it's affecting your love life, right? How it's affecting your health as a man and even your happiness. And basically, all of my videos always have solutions on how you can kill that beta male inside of you. So let's start with the problems. First of all, most men are beta males. About 80% of the men out there are beta males. So you're most likely going to be a beta male, right? If you actually understand the concept in these videos. Like I said, the beta male thinking is, at first, you think it's harmless because it sounds easy. It sounds like a right thing to do. The keyword there is sounds like a right thing to do, where everybody is doing it. Everybody is playing. Everyone is playing safe. Everyone is out there chasing approval, chasing validation. But these things, right? They keep you broken. They keep you feeling empty on the inside. They waste your health. Now, the scary part is that these same ideas that destroyed generation of men keeps happening every single day. These lies, they never stop. A typical example is toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity is a propaganda that has been used to suppress masculinity in you as a man. Right? They tell you, oh, masculinity is toxic. Think about it. In today's age, right, one thing you have to do as a man is to, one, learn how to detect propaganda and how to stop propaganda, because it is fucking everywhere. It is there in the religions. It's there in our schools. It's there in the movies that we watch. I recently watched I watched about 3 movies recently, and I kind of realized that, okay, hold on. Why the fuck are they bringing women into situations that women are not there naturally? Again, propaganda. They're trying to force men to what? To believe men and women are equal. But time and time, we have seen that, bruv, this shit is a fucking lie. In our movies, it's there. In our schools, we are being educated more by women. We are raised more by our mothers. And trust me, this beta male thinking is in all of us. But like I said, it's going to take you some amount of effort for you to break free. Because trust me, the beta male thinking never gets you far in life. I mean, you might make money out there, but what happens to your relationships? What happens to your health? What happens when people don't respect you as you want to be respected as a man? It even damages the way you think in terms of relationship, where they lie to you that men and women are supposed to be equal. That is complete BS. Men and women are not supposed to be equal. Even our celebrities, they pander to this narrative. So let's talk about why the beta male thinking is dangerous. First of all, with the beta male thinking, right, it keeps you broke, right? It keeps you broke because when you suppress your actual desires, guess what happens? There's a desire for men out there to go and make money. So if you lie to yourself, oh, I don't need money, trust me, poof, what the fuck are you going to? You're suppressing your desires. It keeps you weak. You're suppressing your desires. It keeps you overlooked because you want to play it safe. You want to please people. So guess what? When you please people, you get overlooked. You sacrifice yourself for other people. Now, it sounds nice as a very, very nice thing to do, but men don't respect you for it. Women don't get you for it. So if men don't respect you for it and women don't even thank you for it, don't even appreciate it, that tells you that you're doing something wrong with your life. So it leads you to a lifetime of what? Mediocrity and regret. It convinces you that you should put women on a pedestal. You should fight over women. Now, this is different from protecting women. Now, I'll tell you for a fact, you have to protect the woman that's in your life. The keyword there is in your life. But to fight over a woman who's not in your life is complete BS. Right? This thinking will make you think, you know what, I have to do so much to get that woman. But again, it's beta male thinking from the movies, right? It makes you give up your mission for the sake of women. And the crazy part is that it's obvious that These days, weak men chase women, but women are out there chasing a strong man. So, how does this thinking affect your health? Right? Let's start with the fact that when you try to please people, it leads to stress in your life, anxiety, depression. You begin to feel like nobody respects you, and that's the truth. Why should people respect you? Deep stuff. Why should people respect you when you are trying to please them, when you are trying to be nice? You're not nice because you're a good person. You're nice because you're weak, right? You're nice because you feel like if I'm nice to this person will do favors for me, right? Again, it affects you because when you're stressed, your diet seems to be fucked up, right? You can barely go to the gym. This is why whenever I'm talking to guys, right, and I'm like, okay, fine, why aren't you in the gym? There's always some component of stress, and when you're stressed, it's very hard for you to form good habits. It's easy for you to fall victim for bad habits when you're stressed. Guess what happens? Down the line, you become low on testosterone because stress kills testosterone, right? You have poor energy. Before you know it, you begin to become weak. Your body begins to feel very, very weak, and it's a matter of time before obesity kicks in, right? You become addicted to what? All this instant gratification. You begin to crave comfort because why? You're stressed, and when you're stressed, you want to move towards that comfort. So what happens what would you do to get quick comfort or dopamine rather? Seek porn. You begin to play video games, junk food, and it becomes this cycle of, oh, you know what? I feel stressed right now. What can I do to become less stressed? Then you turn to a vice. The vice relieves you for the moment, but the stress is still there. It comes back again, and before you know it, it leads you down a spiral of some crazy addiction. That's why if you watch my videos, I tell you, stress, boredom, and loneliness are the deadliest emotions you can experience as a man, right? Again, you begin to have no physical resilience because your system is weak, your sleep is always bad, you have this constant fatigue, you can barely walk, and I experience this with guys that I talk to, even to tech bros, because bruv, it's crazy among the tech bro community guys, right? So again, how does it damage your happiness? It keeps you chasing people's approval, precisely women's approval. Guess what? They reject you, they break your heart, you feel shame, and the crazy part is that this thing is fucking obvious. It is everywhere. You begin to compare yourself with other men, and because of you begin to have that insecurity, you see yourself trying to put other men down, right? You see yourself trying to put other men down just to satisfy your own ego. You're being told to hide your masculinity as a better male. You're told that masculinity is bad. You're meant to feel guilty. You're meant to feel shameful about it, right? You have this inner frustration, this inner rage. You begin to depend on validation. I have a story about, you see, when I speak about validation, right? There's a particular story that I witnessed recently that completely shook my mind about validation. So one day I went to the pool, first guy at the pool, right? So it's kind of like dark. I feel like those first moments in the pool are like the best moments. You're swimming, you only hear your strokes, nothing else. So after like 20 minutes, these two boys walking at age 6 and age 9, right? Then they swim for about 20 minutes. Then I think they came in with their dad. After about 20, 30 minutes, an instructor came into the pool area. Now the 6-year-old boy was saying, coach, am I faster now? The coach said, yes, you are. Mind you, the coach never saw that boy swim. He just walked into the arena. I looked at the coach. The coach looked at me, and instantly, we had this unspoken communication that, what the fuck should I have told this boy? But this boy was super happy, knowing fully well that his coach has just affirmed what he wanted to hear. Now, that is better male thinking. That is the way a boy thinks. He's seeking validation. And in his mind, that is happiness right now. In his mind, he's doing very well. But in reality, that shit will damage his self-esteem later down the line if he does not realize that, bro, in life as a man, you have to do the work without validation. You have to do the work when nobody is cheering for you, when nobody is looking at you, right? Because that is where the real habits are formed. So how does it damage your ability to what? To make money, right? With the better male thinking, you're made to suppress your desires, right? You're made to say, you know what? I don't really want so much. Just give me a modest life. So guess what? You chase mediocrity. And money can never flow towards, okay, I've never opened this. Money can never flow towards mediocrity. Better male thinking leads you to think of safety first. So you know what? It's safety first. Let me go and get a job. The better male thinking drives you with the herd mentality. I keep telling people that if 80% of the people in the world are depressed, sad, weak. Why the fuck are you living like them? Why don't you look for the people who you like to live like and work your way back to your present moment, right? Again, this better male mindset will make you pursue jobs that you think they are safe until you realize that they're not safe anymore. You step into a comfort zone. You have no ambition because it is a masculine thing for you to have ambition, right? Again, you begin to have fear of taking risk, fear of failure. You never build any strong business because you're like, you know what, fuck it. Again, propaganda. Oh, business is hard. Again, this is even worse if you surround yourself with other beta males. You hear things like, oh, business is hard, business is too risky. What else? Then anytime you bring your goal towards your beta male friends, what happens? They talk you out of it, right? You see yourself spending your savings to impress women. The crazy part is that is the way they've made men, they made you realize, they made you think that women are the prize. No, as a man, you're the prize, right? You are the prize. There's a reason women would always chase after men who don't impress them because that man is confident in his own skin, right? Again, being a better male keeps you in this trap of financial slavery. You work, then you just give it to your wife so she can work, or you give it to your girlfriend so she can feel good. And guess what? You can never in this life please a woman. It's not just possible. You can never please a woman. So guess what? You start consuming more than you create. You fall into debt. So this thing is a fucking system. Yes, people call it the matrix because it is the matrix. It is a system that is built to keep you a slave. That is why most men are better males. That is why the institution, the systems, they spend billions of dollars to make sure you never escape this thinking. Because this thinking serves them perfectly. You are addicted. You are weak, right? You end up consuming more than you pay for. And how does this thing damage your relationships? Again, it leaves you chasing women, chasing their validation. And guess what? When you chase women, they run away from you. It is just pure common sense. You put them on a pedestal, they lose respect for you, right? In your mind, you're thinking you're doing her a favor, but instead, you're supposed to be the man in the relationship. That's why, if you've ever been with women, you get to realize that even if they are with a better male, they will never respect you. If you have ever been with a woman who has been with a better male before, all right, and you're beginning to follow the steps in this video into that alpha state, she'll begin to tell you things of how at first she used the better males for just attention. When we begin to step into the alpha, now I don't mean this alpha bullshit that's happening online these days where they tell you, oh, where everybody wants to look the part, nobody wants to be the part. Bro, being the alpha male is not about looking the part alone. Yes, the looks are there, but it's something deeper, right? Which we'll get into right now, which is when you kill the beta male, when the alpha male is born, right? When you begin to say enough is enough and you're very serious to become that alpha male, let me give you a blueprint, right? So being an alpha male is not about pretending to be tough. It's about owning your path, your strength, and your truth. The key word there is it's your own. It is for you, right? What that means is you put yourself first. You prioritize yourself first. Now, let's take a step back. Now, you may say, okay, Stone, you have said bullshit throughout this entire video, right? Now, look at it. Look at the men who get to the top. Look at the men who you admire. Ask yourself, who did they do it for? What was their priority? Because you really cannot get to the top if you are not the priority of your own self, bro. So again, your first step is to killing the lies. Because if you don't kill the lies will kill you. And the crazy part is that these lies, they sound comfortable in the moment, right? These lies, they make you weak. They kill that strength. Is like, for example, a typical example now is toxic masculinity. If you look at what they call toxic masculinity, guess what you'll see there? Confidence. Think about it. If you kill confidence, what the fuck do you want to do? Now, what I'll say is, the truth, when you kill the lies, what happens is you'll be going for the truth. Now, the truth is painful. The truth will hurt you, but guess what? It will break you down. It will break you first, but it will build you later. And that is the point of seeking the truth, right? It's going to break you first, but it's going to build you later. So, again, the next thing is to get rid of the comfort and the lies. Now, I put this in separately because getting rid of the comfort is, oh, you know what? I want to just be comfortable, right? I want to get a job and be safe. That is a beta male thinking. The alpha male thinking is, bro, I have to produce, or I get to produce. I get to be productive. I get to enjoy the productivity. I get to always level up in life. There's no end to leveling up as a man. You see, there's this idea you've been sold as a beta male is, which is, oh, work, and then retire. That thinking is very dangerous, right? Because if you really look at it, they did a research about people who retired 10 years earlier than some people. The people who retired 10 years earlier than some other people, which is the men, they died earlier. What that means is mind you, they retired 10 years earlier means that they had 10 years of less stress. But they died earlier. Why? Because as a man, your work is part of your life. Get rid of that idea of work-life balance because it's going to keep you mediocre. Then two, I said you get rid of the comforting lies. Because trust me, comforting lies they are more dangerous than the truth. You see, the truth is bitter. But guess what? At least it will work for you. It will not leave you stranded. But when you begin to believe comforting lies, they sound pleasant at the moment. But guess what? When it is time for you to face the consequences, shit is never funny, right? A typical example is, oh, if you're a nice guy, if you treat her like a queen, she will love you forever. Bro, all you need is what? 2 eyes and 2 ears to realize that is complete bullshit. Look at the men that get rejected. Look at the men that are committing offing themselves that over a woman. Do you think they didn't love the woman? Did you think they didn't make her nice? You see, women are very emotional, right? What that means is they are much more wired and driven by their emotions. And now women or human beings, we tend to tilt towards negative emotions more. The reason is that it keeps us safe. It protects us. What that means is women themselves, they are much more focused on the things that they don't have more than the things that they have. What that means is that you can never make a woman happy, right? Instead, the crazy part is that women's happiness often comes a lot of the times from the man that she's with. It's crazy, but that's what I've noticed, right? Again, you have to be the alpha male. If you kind of realize what I'm saying is, everything I'm talking about is doing it for you as a man. Women will be much more happy if they got you, who is the alpha male. They will give you that more respect. Men will flood into your life. Again, they tell you, oh, just be yourself and the right woman will come. That just be yourself is the dumbest advice I have heard in my entire life. What does it mean to just be yourself? Right? Bro, just be yourself means that you don't have to level up. You don't have to get better. Just stay the way you are. Stay the way you are. Who the fuck will respect you? Now, look at the average man today, and the high chance of an average man, right? Look at the average man. Let him walk into what? Into a place of men and see how much they respect him. Bro, you become invincible. Just being yourself will guarantee you're fat. Don't go to the gym. Just being yourself will guarantee that you are playing video games all your life. You never level up. They say, oh, money isn't important. Just follow your heart. But think about it. Money is not important, right? That's what they say. Again, this one comes a lot from religion. If money is not important, why are religious institutions collecting money? Why are the heads of these religious institutions so wealthy, right? If money is not important, why are you advised as a beta male to work for 40 years? Not to work, sorry, to slave for 40 years if money is not so important? Again, I'll tell you this, brother, start to think for yourself. That's like the next step, because if you don't think for yourself, everything I'm saying in this video will be, oh, I'm doing this because Stone did this, said this. No, I want you to begin to open your mind and realize, okay, hold on. And how do you think for yourself? Observe that the reality of what they've been telling you is a lie. Just calm down, observe. Okay, if they said love her so much and she will be with you forever, why did they break up? Why are more women initiating divorce? You see, as a man, one of the best skills you can adopt or you can have is being observant. Because if you can observe very, very well, trust me, the world will become the world will expose things to you. Just observe. Don't just say, oh, Stone said this. Observe. Okay. Look at the men that are fucked up, right? Because trust me, what you should get to realize is when you observe, the more you observe, seek and you shall find. The more you begin to find answers to your questions. But you have to be genuinely curious. Listen to people. Watch people more than you talk. When you're talking to people, observe patterns in what people are doing. And then you get to realize, okay, fine, you know what? Based on what I've observed, this is the truth. Stop listening to what your mother told you, what society told you, because that itself is a system that's built to keep you the way you are in life, right? So now, then your next step now is to build your mission, because again, you have to observe to know what you truly want. Again, you observe the world, you also observe yourself. Because if you don't observe yourself, you end up killing your desires, chasing the wrong goals. Now, your next step is to build your own mission, because without your mission, you're fucked. Your mission is what? Goals. Become ambitious, right? Goals, vision, mission. All these things, they're all tied together. Now, you can only do this if you know what you want. And you can only know if you want, if you observe yourself, your childlike wonder, your deep desires. Because as a beta male, you're being told to suppress your desire. So know what you want. Stop seeking permission, because take it from me. Nobody really cares about what the fuck you're doing. You think they care, but they don't really care. All they know is that is this guy, is you, which is you, I mean this guy. Is this guy still in the system? If he is still in the system, that is all they care about. So trust me, stop believing that people care about you. Then when you begin to build your own mission, your own vision, it gives you a direction for your life. Now, your body. There's a reason I did not start with body, because most of this alpha male conversation evolves around body. Body and looks is very important. It tells people how you take care of yourself, how you take care of yourself, because trust me, your body says a lot, right? But speaking of your body is the only thing, is one thing you're giving and you can never be given again. Your body and your mind, right? So again, for your body, strengthen it, go to the gym, right? Build muscles, eat clean, right? Work, sleep well. Now, when I say sleep well, if you watch my videos, sometimes I have contradicting ideas about sleep. That's because it's not about sleep itself, it's about what's going on in your life, right? There are times where you may have to sacrifice sleep so you can make money, right? And there are times where, but the bottom line is that sleep is very, very important. Do not let hustle culture get to you. It's better for you to sacrifice some activities in the day than for you to sacrifice your sleep. But sleep is very important. Sometimes sacrifice sleep, but you get the point, right? Then about sleep, I'm somebody who, if I have some serious projects, I can't sacrifice sleep, but I make sure I go back to it for a period of time. So I'm not going to lie to you. That's what works for me. So now, again, your body builds confidence. It builds some kind of self-esteem, right? The reason why the gym is full these days is because a lot of guys are beginning to realize that just being yourself is not enough, right? Going to the gym would boost your self-esteem because you're walking different, you're talking different. And one thing you should get to realize is as a man, because I listen to motivational speeches a lot. When the day when David Goggins said, sometimes your motivation has to be the fact that other men are not doing it. Do you know how crazy it is? Do you know how crazy it is to have a body most men dream of? Trust me, you're not doing it for their validation. You begin to walk different. People begin to give you that respect. Again, you're not doing it for their validation. Their validation seems to be a byproduct, but it should never move you. Again, build your mind. Confidence actually comes from within. Fuck what you're seeing, right? It helps, but when you have that confidence from within, where you're stoic, you're going after your purpose, right? You are controlling your emotions. You are feeding your mind the right information, because the moment you begin to unplug from these lies that keep you better, that destroy your life, and listen to the right information, the better for you, right? Because whether you like it or not, we live in a world of misinformation, propaganda. But when you surround yourself with quality information, how do you do this? Become very intentional about the information you consume. Become very, very intentional about the information you consume. Now, build your relationships by building boundaries around your relationships, right? Again, I may have forgotten to mention here that when you begin to build out your own mission, you begin to lead yourself in a direction. And there's a reason why alpha males are the ones who lead, because trust me, most people have the herd mentality, right? And when they see somebody who is confident leading himself, trust me, automatically they want to be part of that life, right? And so before, to be very frank, right, I'm a guy who, I used to wonder why are people just following me, but I've come to realize that it's not about me, it's about them, about you, right? I'm not asking you to follow me. All I'm saying is that I'm putting this message out there, hoping that I wake you up and you begin to lead yourself. That is the very end of my message. Begin to lead yourself. So now, back to it is build boundaries. Learn to say no to things that do not profit you. Prioritize yourself. Do not prioritize the system. Do not prioritize women. Prioritize yourself as a man. What do you want? What will work for you? Stop being nice just to please people. Stop being nice just to please people, right? That is a better male thinking. Like, and one thing you should get to realize is, here's a harsh truth. We all, to an extent, have passed through that phase because the conditioning is crazy. I began to unplug during my university days, right? It all started with what? Kind of like a heartbreaking event. But I'm grateful for that thing that broke my heart. Because now I don't know. To be very frank, this message is for people who have that burning desire to become alpha, to begin to lead themselves. Because trust me, if you don't have a burning desire to want to lead yourself, this message will be useless, right? Again, so brothers, you have to kill that beta male before it kills you. It leads to disrespect. It leads you to following advice that sounds comfortable in the moment, but in the long run, it completely works against you. So my name is Stone Oraya. If you like the ideas, or if the ideas in this video, if they resonate with you, I want you to please share this video with a fellow brother who you know, right, is ready to become alpha, who is ready to take care of himself. And by the way, if you have had any funny experience, right, if you have any ideas that you feel like you want to just share, go ahead, let's share it in the comment section. But let's help a brother. Let's help a brother to unplug from the lies. Let's help the brother to get rid of the better male thinking. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon. And bye for now. Hey, and by the way, this is my first presentation style video. Let me know what to think. Although the script or the bullet points here, they kind of made me kind of like rigid, right? I ain't gonna lie, because I feel like I just like having my bullet points and ranting about it and looking at the screen and knowing what's up. But if you like what you heard, chat, go ahead, let me know. Let me know how I did, because this is my first ever presentation style video. Talk to you soon, and bye for now, brother.